Have you ever gone to a restaurant, deep divers, all alone? And you get there, everyone's eating with their friends, laughing, joking around, and you're just on a table for one, and it feels so awkward. Or what about, deep divers, going to the cinema by yourself because you really want to see that film? I do that from time to time. And then I go there, I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm such a loner. I'm just by myself, and actually, it's pretty awesome. Peace, infinite waters, diving deep once again. Beautiful deep divers, we are in paradise once again, in the heart of nature, just woo, breathing in that good ass prana, baby. I'm sending you tons of good ass energy today, deep divers. Take that, take that, take that. How to be alone with yourself and your emotions, deep divers. Shout out to everybody who was on the Instagram live. Okay, we had a great time diving deep. And someone actually asked, they're like, Ralph, I'm alone a lot. Is this normal? I feel abnormal. Like I can't seem to get along with my peers. I'm struggling, Ralph, because I'm dealing with loneliness. Please help. How can I stop feeling so lonely? Because nobody gets me, Ralph. And also, how can I tap into my emotions? I feel so disconnected from my emotions. Well, deep divers, hold your horses. We got a whole lot to talk about. The cat down the road is going to help you out too. And we ain't even had breakfast yet. Can I get a hello there? Wonderful deep divers. Shout out to everybody diving deep. Okay, so let me share with you what's helped me along my journey. Be alone with myself and my emotions. Let's talk about being alone. Let's talk about loneliness. Right now on the planet, a lot of people are lonely. Why? Because even with all of this technology, a lot of people are still not meeting people face to face. Like an emoji won't do, deep divers. Okay? Nothing can beat face to face interaction. Now, a lot of people are alone because there is a great shift happening. Like even those birds can feel it, deep divers. There is a great shift happening on the planet right about now. A lot of people are waking up. And as you awaken, deep divers, you start to realize that those friends you used to hang out with, they don't even know what the hell you're talking about because you're talking about the fifth dimension, DMT, and they're just like, what on earth are you talking about? You've changed, deep divers, and this is why a lot of people feel lonely. It's not that people aren't around, it's just that, hey, you don't want to be around a bunch of fake people. And I salute you. Slow motion this side. I want you to congratulate yourself, deep divers, for choosing not just to be in a large group because you don't want to be alone. No, you have the courage right now to be alone, and that is commendable. It's not easy to do that, but a lot of people are with other people because they're afraid of being alone. Okay? Growing up, deep divers, as a Pisces, I get on with everyone. My mother would always say, Ralph, you can enjoy yourself just being alone. And I kid you not, deep divers, I love being alone. I absolutely love being alone because I realize we are never ever alone. Even if we really want to try to be alone, we are never alone, deep divers. The universe always sends someone. What? Slow motion this side. Like the universe sent me, the cat down the road. And I have trillions of cells inside of my body, deep divers. How can I ever think that I'm alone? I want to remind you of this. You have been programmed in this matrix to think that being alone is a bad thing. You're a loner. No, deep divers, it just means that you are the one. Oh my gosh, that's right. You see, if we look at the psychology of being alone, if someone is alone, we often think that this person is missing out on something else. But no, deep divers, to be alone, you have to start embracing the gift of being alone. Being alone means reconnection. It means reintegration. It means you coming to know who you really are. It's a rites of passage to go to the next level of consciousness. Now, if you look at all the spiritual masters, the cat down the road too, because the cat down the road is a spiritual master, deep divers, Buddha, Jesus, all of these spiritual masters, especially Buddha, you often see them alone. Okay, Buddha was just chilling by himself, like in that meditation pose. Why is the Buddha always alone? Because deep divers, that's a sign that when you are alone, you come to know who you really are. Oh my God. Slow motion this side. So don't think that being alone is a bad thing. Start seeing that your alone time is your me time. It's where you get to know who you are. It's where you get to recharge. It's where you get to do a little samba, baby. It's a shame, deep divers, that so many people will never know what it feels like to be alone because they're just being around other people because they're afraid of being alone. You ask me, how can I be alone with myself and my emotions? Let's talk about emotions, okay? A lot of people are not tuned in to their emotions. And I want to remind you, emotion means energy in motion. It's okay to feel any emotion that is passing through you. Anger, sadness, joy. It's okay to feel any emotion, deep divers. Any emotion. Allow yourself to feel all emotions. Don't label your emotions as good or bad. They are just emotions, okay? Just emotions. Don't label thoughts as good or bad. They are just thoughts. I liken it to a guitar. The songs being played from the guitar are not the guitar. The guitar is just experiencing them. Deep divers. It's the same for you. If you feel a burst of rage, that's not you. You are just experiencing these emotions. That's how to really sit with your emotions. Start realizing that you aren't your emotions, you are just experiencing them. You are not your thoughts, you are just experiencing them. And this is how to actually learn how to be with yourself, how to be alone. Okay, when I was younger sometimes, and I would get told off in school, they're like, Ralph, go outside of the classroom. I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm gonna be alone, right? So we often equate being alone to you doing something wrong. It's like a form of punishment. They say if you want to punish someone, make them a cast out. Banish them from society. No, deep divers, if you do that to me, oh, I'm enjoying myself right now because all of that racket outside there, like the beauty of just being alone, listening to nature. I'm hearing these birds right now. I feel blessed, deep divers, okay? Because I realize that this matrix is so screwed up. And sometimes you have to be alone. You have to detach from all of that commotion, that drama, to really be at peace with who you really are. I want to remind you of this, deep divers, to be alone with yourself and your emotions. Realize you are the one. Just like Neo in the Matrix, you are the chosen one. That's why you're alone. Because the higher you go up the pyramid, the smaller the ratio. What? Slow motion this side. You find yourself alone. Deep divers, I found myself alone because I was having a massive awakening. And what I realized is that I was the one. Not the two, not the three, not the four. I was the one. Like they say, the black sheep of my family. There's always one in every household. And they often find themselves alone because of how they think. And your aloneness is your choice. It's always your choice, deep divers. You're not anti-socialist, just that you don't like being around fake people, right? Exactly, same as me. I want to remind you, deep divers, that you have to find a reason. You have to find your reason for why you were born this way. Like Ralph Smart, why were you born alone? So were you, deep divers, by the way, butt naked, okay? But why didn't you want to follow the crowd? Because, deep divers, I realized that the crowd was the distraction. The crowd was the distraction. The crowd was the matrix. And the more I followed other people, deep divers, growing up, I realized my life got worse. So I realized that actually, for my mental health, my emotional health, my spiritual health, I got to learn how to be alone. And that's why I've got so much confidence. Can I get a hello there? That's why I've got so much self-trust. So start looking at the benefits of being alone. Peace and quiet. What else? You get to know who you are. What else? You can get a good night's sleep. That's all that matters, deep divers. To be alone with yourself and your emotions, deep divers. Realize you were born this way for a reason. There is nothing wrong with you. I repeat, there is nothing wrong with you. I want you to learn how to be vulnerable. Okay, this is how to be alone with yourself and your emotions. Learn how to be vulnerable. Vulnerability is actual strength, deep divers. Your vulnerability is your strength, deep divers. Like, I say all the bad stuff about me, so you can't use it against me. Right? Exactly. Expose yourself today, deep divers. Ruin your reputation. That's how to be alone with yourself and your emotions. Realize, deep divers, the most vulnerable people on the planet is who other people gravitate to the most. Ever been around someone who's just telling you their whole life story? Like owning how they feel, like crying their eyes out, getting all emotional, and you're like, oh my gosh, like I feel so connected to you. I wish I could do that. So realize, deep divers, there are many people who would love to be alone, but they can't. They don't know how to be alone. So if you are alone, you have to start seeing this as a gift. It's a superpower to learn how to be alone with yourself and your emotions. When you learn how to be vulnerable, when you put yourself out there, what happens? You will find your reflections. Because I told you, deep divers, we are never ever alone. I thought I was alone at deep divers till I started to say, peace, infinite waters, diving deep once again. And we got people in Italy, Ethiopia, South Africa, Sierra Leone, LA, Germany, Trinidad and Tobago, everywhere watching infinite waters. So how can I feel that I'm lonely if my message is impacting millions of people? I created a community because I put myself out there. I allowed myself to be vulnerable. That's how to be alone with yourself and your emotions. Put yourself out there and you will meet your reflections. Have the courage, deep divers, to go on the journey within every single day. Get to know your likes and your dislikes. Get to know your triggers. Get to know about your shadow side. This is why a lot of people are afraid to be alone. I know with this COVID-19 and this lockdown right now that's on the planet, a lot of people think that being alone is about self-isolation. No. You have to learn how to be alone through choice. To say, actually, I want to be alone right now because I want to know a little bit more about who I really am. You see, all the great sages, the reason why they had so much wisdom was because they were able to hear their one true voice. What? Slow motion this side. How to be alone with yourself and your emotions. Come to a quiet spot like this. Come to nature, deep divers. Go hiking. Go to the beach. Make sure you take a walk by yourself every single day. Have an activity for yourself every single day that is just you. No phone. Turn your phone off. Be alone with yourself. Meditate. What is meditation? The art of absorbing yourself in the present moment, allowing thoughts to come through you without judgment, allowing emotions to pass through you without judgment. It is when you immerse yourself in the present moment 100%. That's how to be alone with yourself and your emotions. I want to remind you of this, deep divers. When eating, just eat, okay? To be alone with yourself and your emotions, learn that, deep divers. When eating, just eat. Can you really do this, deep divers, though? 7-day vegan challenge. Can you really just eat a delicious orange or a delicious coconut? Can you just do that? Or are you eating and then checking your smartphone at the same time, like, I'm eating right now, and no, you're not eating. To be alone with yourself and your emotions, find your center, deep divers, by being present with your food every single day. If you're eating, you're eating. If you're eating and talking and watching someone, you're not eating at all. Okay, there is a great Zen story. A student asked the Zen master, "Have you ever tried to become accustomed to the truth of life?" The master replied, "Absolutely. When I'm hungry, I eat. When I'm thirsty, I drink." The student said, "That's what everybody does." And the master replied, "No, you do not eat. Because when you are eating, you are thinking of various other things, therefore allowing yourself to become disturbed." Oh my God. Slow motion this side. So to be alone, what I love to do when I'm eating, deep divers, like beautiful lentils, brown rice, kale, full of antioxidants, I'm just doing that. I actually switch this off when I'm eating. Well, not always, but I'm getting there, okay? That's how to be alone. Be alone with your plate every single day. Deep divers, how to be alone with yourself and your emotions. It's better to follow yourself than follow a crowd that's heading off a cliff. The crowd is the distraction. The crowd is the matrix. The crowd pulls you away from who you really are. While when you follow yourself, you start to realize that the universe reveals its secrets to those who dare to follow their hearts. It connects you, reconnects you back to your heart space. So start realizing that you have to be alone to start living your best life, because you have to know what you truly need. You have to know your vision. And this can only come about when you are embracing being alone. Deep divers, how to be alone with yourself and your emotions. Every single day, what I love to do, deep divers, is to just be quiet. Be quiet, because a wise man once said nothing. Be quiet and really listen to yourself, deep divers. That's how to be alone. Be alone with your thoughts. Be alone with your emotions. Realize that you aren't alone, deep divers, if you hang out by yourself. It just means that you're confident. There are people right now who don't even like the people they're with. They want to run away from them. There are people, deep divers, who are just on their phone 24/7 because they're afraid to let this go. To be alone, you got to let go of everything. You got to let go to grow, deep divers. You see, when I look at people who are unique, I realize this: your uniqueness is your golden ticket. What? Slow motion this side. Because there is not another Ralph Smart on the planet, I got the gold ticket in my hand, deep divers. The gold ticket to financial freedom, the gold ticket to health, the gold ticket to wellness and abundance. Because I embrace my uniqueness. Nobody is me, deep divers. That's my power. To be alone with yourself and your emotions. Realize that you are so unique that you have to start recognizing that and honoring that by learning how to be alone. Don't be a copycat, because an original is always worth more than a copy. You are alone because you are in a whole nother space, a whole nother dimension, a whole nother level. And you'll start meeting more people when they catch up to you. Oh, baby. You got to be different to make a difference, deep divers. Let me repeat that. You got to be different to make a difference. Many people who are alone, artists, they create art which is so different. They could only do this by being alone, coming up with these new concepts, ideas. So start realizing to be alone and with your emotions, you have to start focusing on the benefits. The benefits far outweigh the negatives. Okay, so learn, deep divers. Nothing will benefit you more than learning how to be alone. Nothing will benefit you more than sitting with your emotions and then just saying, feels so good to be alive, baby. Can I get a hello there? Beautiful deep divers. We are out here in the heart of nature, baby. Just woo, breathing in that good ass prana, baby. It is such a beautiful day, deep divers. Shout out to everybody who's been getting the amazing good ass prana shirts at ralphsmart.com/clothes. Deep divers, if you've got a question for me, add me on the verified Instagram page right now at official Ralph Smart and the verified Facebook page at Ralph Smart. And if you are a sexy ass model, woo, with a lot of heart, add me on Instagram at official Ralph Smart. Show me what you got. Check out the new book, Deep Divers, for more inspiring information like this. Feel Alive by Ralph Smart on Amazon. Have a beautiful day being alone at Deep Divers, because being alone is the best thing in the world. And I'm all alone. No, I'm not, Deep Divers. I'm in nature. Have a beautiful day. Peace. Infinite waters, diving deep once again. Stay well, stay healthy. Peace. The more I hang around other people, deep divers, the more I like the cat down the road. Peace.